Hi, I'm Andrew Jenkinson and I'm at Preston Caravans and Motorhomes dealership on their 7-acre site with loads of choice of used Tourers from great prices to the top end of the market. And what I've done is come looking for a bit of a bargain, to be honest. And I want a family van, I want it to be lightweight, and I've come across this Bailey Ranger Founder 5. It's from 2005, so it's the last of this profile before they changed onto the Series 5 models. Now, it's 14 years old, so is it going to be showing some signs of wear? Well, let's have a look. See what we get first though. The old style AKS hitch on, which is a nice little feature to have on. And let's have a look on the sides here. So they're based on an Alco chassis. You don't get alloy wheels, but that's not a big problem. A little tiny dent. Again, it's a case of giving this Caravan a wash, really. What I do like, you get a glazed stable door. You've got your awning light up there, of course. And round the back here, you get a nice one-piece moulded back panel. Nice big size window as well. So when you're towing with some tow cars, you'll get a good view through there. But you still must have your tow mirrors on, of course. All your service points around this side here. So things for your water pump, for your cassette loo, and also for your battery and your mains inlet. It's on this offside, the standard norm. But I'll tell you what, we've looked on the outside, and I'll be quite again. It's quite impressive. It's a little good-looking, good used family van, but has the family use taken a lot out of it over the last 14 years? Let's go and have a look inside. Right, I'm inside the Ranger Founder 5. Now this layout is a layout that's actually fallen out of fashion, and for many years it was considered the big family layout because you could have it as a 5-berth, and it's what the Founder 5 is, of course, is a 5-berth. What I'm going to do is show you the back end first, because this is the most interesting bit for me, because this is where, with young children, they can spend a lot of time in this back end away from mum and dad. So here we have it. Got a nice big window here, and the bunk here folds up and over, and you use slats to make the double bed up here to fold your cushions down. You've got storage, of course, underneath. You've got some good roof locker storage above too, and you've got also this roof vent up here, which is ideal again for obviously the ventilation, but adds some natural lighting. But I do like the big window at the back end. I think that's a real good feature because it actually floods light in it again, even on a dull day. We've got a storage up here again with overhead lockers, nice and big, brilliant. Build quality good as well. Same on this side. And for night lighting, we've got these rather little dinky 12-volt spot lamps. Yeah, they're like a spot lamp, yeah. Not quite a spot lamp as we know it, but it's just like a spot lamp, yeah. And a nice little feature, a little bit of upholstery there on the pelmet. We've also got a side window here as well. So again, letting lots of light in this area, so you're never going to feel claustrophobic at all. Great for the children. A table clips on the back here, so the kids can eat at the back. And also for night time, now normally on a Caravan you have a pull across partition like a blind, but on the Ranger that's far better. Condition, seating, everything seems pretty good. So, kitchen area hasn't been used much. We had 5 kids on board, same thing, a family of 5 got it. Well, the kitchen is actually, again, in a very immaculate condition. It's a ceramic sink, and these usually show up the scratches quite a lot, believe me. And same with the burners here. They're like new. Again, it's just great to see a van that's been so well looked after. You've also got the fridge. It's a Thetford fridge, a Dometic fridge, and that'll prove fine for a family of 5 for a weekend. You've also got a full oven, grill. It's not spark ignition, but you wouldn't expect that on a tour of this price. You've got a mains socket over here, and you've got some storage here for your cutlery. Put your cornflakes or whatever under there, some nice little shelves there. And some more overhead locker storage here too for your crockery. You don't get a microwave, but that's by the by, because of course they didn't fit microwaves in. This is an entry level tour after all, and a microwave is only 30-40 quid you can buy and add later as you wish. So you got a main socket there, as we said. You got a little strip light here, which will be enough to light up this area at night. But what I do like is the large roof vent here above, which is got this fly screen there. Oops. And again, look at that. The amount of light that comes into this tour is really very good. Now you'll notice there's no carpet down. That's because of course it's a loose fit carpet. The carpet, I have checked, is actually in the wardrobe. And for heating, you got the sturdy old Truma there. So it's a dual fuel, so it's gas and electric. It's only 2 kilowatts, but that'll keep this caravan warm, especially on a cool summer's evening. And you can actually do a bit of winter touring with this as well. Now, coming to the front lounge, this is an area, of course, which will seat 6 people. And although these settee seats here aren't overly long, it is possible to use them as a single bed. Now as we come round here, check the cushions. Yeah, there's a little bit of give in there now, but I'd expect that really, but it's still got some support. Marks, no marks on them, still come with the original bolster and the cushions, so everything's original there. Overhead storage again you've got here, and a nice big shelf here, and there's actually, although there's no clock there is a clock that goes there. Obviously that's been taken out to stop it being taken out unofficially. We've got some corner spot lamps here, we've got a main ceiling light up there, we've got these other lights here again, so this will be really well lit up of an evening. You've also got your top table here, which should slide out. If I can remember how it happens. And no, I can't, because I can take the catch off there. So that comes over and out like that. Great for just another little meal on there for just 2 of you, or putting your cups of tea on there. Of course, slides back, and you've got your storage of your drawers and a cupboard underneath here. And also, when it comes to watching television, you've got a shelf here that drops down, and that shelf also has the heating controls there and the hot water heater for the shower. And it's also got an aerial connector because it's got the status TV aerial on the top. It is the old version, which isn't as good obviously as the new one, but at least you can get a signal if you're in a good signal area. So night time you could use this as a single if you're not very tall, or we could actually make this into a double, again using slats. The cushions slide across, drop down, you've got yourselves a nice big double bed. So there we have it. At $5,995 this offers really good value. It's also nice and light as well. I think it's around about 1200 kilos, something like that. It's cheap to buy. You'll always be able to sell it back on later again, because the Ranger is such a well-known tour in the used marketplace. It's very, very successful, very popular. And this layout, some people, as I say, will shun it because of this sort of corridor effect you get sometimes in between the kitchen, the wardrobe and washroom, which we're going to have a look at in the washroom last actually. We've not finished there yet, but actually this is a good layout as well for 2 people. So if you're like grandparents and you want the grandchildren to come down again, they can use that bottom end, or if there's 2 of you, you can make that bottom end up as a fixed bed and leave it like that. And then should you wish to get that room back again, you're back to a dinette. So really this layout is really quite versatile. But let's have a look at that washroom, because the washroom, of course, with it being on the side, the van is 7'2" wide. As you'd expect, it's going to be slightly restricted. Well, here we are. This is the side washroom, and as I did say to you, you're not going to have lots of space in here. But to be quite honest, I would be rather inclined to use the site facilities anyway. Use this as an emergency regarding showering. You do get some storage in here. 2 little cupboards underneath here, underneath the sink area, got little shelves in there as well, plus the sink. It's quite a good sink. You've no window in here, but you do get a nice circle mirror, and also you do get a roof vent. What you must remember, of course, is that this cassette loo in here, it's a manual flush. Basically, it's not an electric flush, but it's not a major problem. Condition wise, again, I would say this hasn't been used much as a shower, and I think you'll find that tours like this with a small shower room don't tend to get used, except possibly, as I say, in an emergency. And to be quite honest, looking through the whole of this van, the washroom lives up to the rest of it in a guarding condition. It's really very, very good. So we're going to do a summary. Well, I've been round the whole of the van, outside and in. We've got to remember this Caravan is 14 years old, and the Ranger was the entry level. But do you know what? If this has had a family in it, they've been really good at looking after it. Now, I know I say this a lot, but I do choose Caravans on dealers' forecourts, which I do think represent pretty good value for money. 5,995 with no trading. You'd probably get a couple £100 knocked off that, or some extra bits and pieces given you, such as water carriers, etc. But as a starter Caravan, this is absolutely ideal. It's Bailey at the best. They produce the Ranger was a really good range of touring vans, and judging by the amount that you still see knocking about, and the fact is that most of them I've come across are still doing exactly what they were designed to do. That's still intact and holding together well. This will have been damp checked. Obviously it's fine. There's no sign of any resealing or anything like that. The sink, again, that ceramic, that's just incredible. Those usually get scratched very, very easily. So again, you know, it just says this Caravan's been well looked after. So out of 10, well, I'm going to give it a big thumping 9, because I think it's really worth it. It's nice and light, great to tow, they tow well, and this is a perfect example of a good, clean, used family tourer. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It's Andrew Jenkinson saying goodbye from Preston Caravans.